arty people! I have a couple of craft fairs coming up really soon, and in preparation for these, I was looking through photos of my craft stalls over the years to see what I used to sell and whether there's anything that I want to bring back. I found that I used to make a lot of hairbands. In fact, these were some of the first things I made when I started making things to sell at craft fairs. I've made lots of different ones over the years, starting with simple decorative ones featuring yo-yos. Was anyone else crafting in the early 2010s when everyone was making these? Then I made some with bows, felt flowers and other felt things. Then I came up with a range of Minnie Mouse ears. Then I made a lot of unicorn headbands. And I even made this one-of-a-kind mermaid hairband with real shells. It was pretty cool, but quite time-consuming to make. So I've made and sold quite a few different hairbands over the years, so I thought I'd bring them back. I had a look and found that I've still got quite a few plain hairbands to use. Tell me, what do you call these? Hairband? Headband? Alice band? Who's Alice? So I was thinking I could challenge myself to make some new hairbands ready for the craft fairs using different techniques. I've had a little look on Pinterest and I've got a few ideas to get started with. So let's get started. Okay, so the first one I want to try is this like woven ribbon wrapped hairband thing. So I need to find some ribbon that I want to use. So I need to go in my ribbon drawer, which is kind of a hot mess. Seriously, I need someone to like sponsor me to tidy this because I think that's the only way that's going to get done. Okay, I found these 4 colours that all work nicely together and they are all the same size, so hopefully that will work. So I've got my 4 ribbons and I am following this tutorial. It looks kind of complicated, so we'll see how it goes. So I've already done the first bit, which was to glue the ends of the ribbon together. So you glue 2 and then 2 and then glue those all together. It said to use a hot glue gun. I've used Yoo-hoo. Hopefully that'll be alright. It also said to cut the ribbons to a certain length. I haven't done that. I've just kept them on the end. We'll see if that was a good idea or not. I've got my hairband. This is the one I chose because the colour was the closest to the ribbons that I chose. It's not exact, but again, yeah, it's just the closest one. So I will make a start and see how this goes. Guys, this is very confusing at first. I'm hoping once I get into it, then it'll be really easy, but I am not there yet. Okay, that tutorial was kind of confusing. I think they overcomplicated it, but I managed to figure it out, I think. But I had to bring it closer to me in order to do that, so welcome to my lap. I've got my big fuzzy hoodie on. So yeah, I think this is how I do it. So basically, where you've got the 4 here, 2 on each side, you take, so I'm going to take this one, it goes underneath, between the 2 on the other side, and over that lower one. And then you take the top one on the left side, underneath, between the 2 and over. Like that, and then you do it all again. So top one on the right, between the 2, top one on the left, underneath, between the 2, over the top. And then you just need to keep kind of pulling it tight. And the back doesn't look too bad. There's a bit of gapping there, so I'm just going to kind of push it all together and then pull it tight again. Okay. I think I am going to end up with a big knot here, but hopefully if I keep moving it off, it should be okay. Because I really don't know how much I'm going to need. This ribbon is a lot thinner than the one in the tutorial, so I don't really want to go off the length that that one gave. Yeah, so I don't know how much I need, so I don't want to cut it off in case it's not enough. So I'd rather keep it all together. Okay, so this has taken a while, mostly because I've had to keep stopping to untangle this. But I think it looks really cute. And I've managed to get it pretty neat. That's the inside. So yeah, I quite like that. I am not sure how I'm supposed to finish this, so we'll have to consult the tutorial again. But yeah, this is a nice little hairband. I like the colours I picked. I think they work well together. Yeah, cute. So here is the finished hairband. I managed to do the ends just by kind of folding and gluing, and it seems pretty secure. So I really like this technique, having never done it before. It is time consuming, so I'm wondering whether it is worth making more of them. When I look at the time it takes to make them versus kind of what you get for it, it's still just a small, simple hairband. But I'll see how this one does on the craft stools. If nothing else, I've learnt a new technique. So let's see what it looks like on. Okay, so this is what this one looks like. I've tried to give my hair a little bit more oomph. Usually it's really flat and I feel like it doesn't work with hairbands so well, but just to show you. Okay, the next one I'm going to do is this like scrunchy hairband. So I need some fabric. So, let's have a look. I quite like this. I still haven't found any use for this, but don't know if maybe that's a bit too much. Pikachu headband, maybe? A lot of the ones I've seen were sort of satiny. And it does say, all the tutorials I've seen say you want a long, thin piece. I'm guessing this came off the bottom of a dress or something. This might work. Don't know if it might be too thick. It's not too bad. Let's give it a go. Okay, so I've pinned up the fabric. I ended up going for, it's just over 70 centimetres. And that's just because the fabric I had, it then had a seam, so I didn't want to include that, so I went for, so it's about 73 centimetres. Some of the tutorials I saw had like 90 centimetres or 100, so hopefully this will work. So the idea is you start sewing quite narrow and then widen it out and then do the whole thing like that and then taper off again at the end. So that's what I'm going to do. I also haven't really like measured this to see if it's equal. I'm just going to eyeball it, but I reckon that the like scrunchy part of it keeps it pretty irregular, like it won't show up if it's not exactly the same width all the way around. So here is the right side out. So what I need to do now is thread the hairband through it. Handily, I had one that is a very similar colour. So here we go. So that works. That's cute. Okay, so now I need to do something with the ends. So I guess I'll just fold it under and sew it together. So I'm also going to sew up here a little bit, like directly onto the hairband, because where it's got that like fabric covering, it means I can sew to it. Yeah, just up to here, just to stop this bit kind of coming loose from it. So there we go. I quite like this. And it's super simple to make. Like, as long as you can sew a straight line on a sewing machine, you're good. So yeah, I think I just need to sort out the ruffle a bit. I could see myself making a lot of these. They are so quick to make, and I've got so many different fabrics that I think would be perfect for this kind of hairband. Now to see what it looks like on. I really like this one. I don't think it's my style, but it's definitely going to be someone's. So for the next one, I've got to use my French knitting machine. So I'm just making up the French knitting strands now, and we'll see what I can make with them. Okay, so I've done my French knitting. I've gone for white for the petals of the flower and then this kind of tan for the centre. So what I need to do now is thread some wire through the white one to make the petals. Okay, so I've just checked the placement on my head of where I want it. So it's going to be a side moment. Is this flower too big? Maybe, but you know, it's for people that want to make a statement. So I'm going to use some of the wool that was left over to tie it on. And then I think I will sew it on as well to make sure it is extra secure. I do feel like maybe the flower is a bit too big. I think I'd like to try making some more using smaller flowers, but using the French knitting. I think there's a lot still that I could do using that. But let's see what this one looks like on. So this one's definitely more of a statement, but some people might be into that. So another idea I had was to use some like ribbon or fancy trim over the hairband. So I'm going to have a look in my trim box. I had thought about using these like fake flowers for a big like festival hairband, but the ones I've got I don't think they're like good enough quality, so I won't use those. So I found this bit of trim which is quite nice, and it is just about the right length, look at that, for a hairband. So I think that might look quite nice, and I'm thinking I might embellish it with some pearl beads, so that'll be a nice simple one to try. Okay, so I've pinned on that trim, and guys, I still can't get over how much of a perfect fit this is. It was just meant to be. So I think what I'm going to do is sew along to attach this trim to the hairband, and then I'm thinking I might add some pearl beads. So I've got all of these ones here. I'm thinking maybe the little ones sort of randomly dotted along might look nice, you know, add a bit extra to it. So I will get on with the sewing. So I've sewn on all the beads. I just kind of did a random placement and a mix of small and little ones. I think that's quite pretty. So I do really like this one. Obviously it is a one of a kind because I only had the one piece of this trim. But I do have other kinds of trims, so I could make more hairbands in this style just using different trims. It was relatively quick to make, obviously with all the beads on top. It took a bit more time, but it wasn't too bad. So let's see what it looks like on. So this one is very sweet. I like how this turned out. Could be very pretty with the right outfit. Okay, for this next one, I'm thinking pom-poms. So I have borrowed my mum's pom-pom makers. They just make things so much easier and quicker. So I'm going to start by making a small one. we go, that's one. I love this white wool with the little sparkle in it. Right, now to make some more. And now to attach them to the hairband. I guess I'll just take these like tails and tie them on that way. See how that goes. First, I need to figure out how I want these arranged. Something like that. I'll start with the big ones. Well, this is a look. I kind of love this. I've just tried it on and I think it needs one more on each side. So I'm going to go and make those and add them. So I've added those 2 extra pom-poms. And I really like this. I like the colours. This is actually the first time that I've made like double colour pom-poms. And I really love how those look. I could easily make tons of these in all different colours. I think I might be raiding my mum's wool stash for that. So let's try it on. This is just wonderful. I do think it needs sort of bigger hair to balance out all the volume on top. But it's so fun. I think I'd be surprised but very excited if this one did sell at the craft fairs, but even if it's just something to attract people to then get something else from my store, that's fine. So that was fun. That felt like a proper throwback to when I first started crafting, making loads of different hairbands. Also, a great thing about that is I was able to make them all with stuff that I already have in my crafting stash, which to be fair isn't hard because I do have a very big crafting stash, but being able to make something without having to wait to go and buy a missing piece is really good. Please let me know which one was your favourite. Which ones do you think are worth making more of to sell? So let me know what you think in the comments and make sure to come back for my next video, which will be a vlog of the craft fairs. So you'll be able to see the hairbands on my craft store and I'll let you know if any of them sold. Thanks for watching, bye!